People believe that the paranormal and science are separate. But what they don't know, that they are both joined together as one. Join Ben and Louisa on their quest as they bring together science, occult, and the paranormal, only on Occult, History, and Science with Ben and Lou.
Good evening, all. I said that. Just look like some mysterious bloke just How are we all doing tonight? Obviously, wait for everyone else to come on and say hello. Lou is here. The Hellhound is here, fast asleep.
That's why I'm over this way like this.
Yes, so half and half.
I'm just kind of half laying because I've got the dog on me.
Oh dear.
Ben's yawning already.
Sorry, guys. Been a very long morning. So let's get round to naming and shaming. Naming and shaming you all. Good evening, Kate. Good evening, Natasha. Good evening, calling me Pinkish. Nico. Jeanette. And Jenny. I'm already up to 11. Oh, and I'm at the last minute. So, hope you've all stayed out of trouble this weekend. If you haven't, I want to know why you've not stayed out of trouble. It's just unbearable. So, yeah. For those of you who are aware, yesterday we did do a chat at an event. It went rather well, actually.
Ben gave a wonderfully constructed talk.
Yeah, I think was the
Lots
words
of
used.
audience participation.
Yeah, ruffled a few feathers as normal, but yeah, can't help but ruffle a few Catholic feathers. So, as we are continuing on that note through the 72 demonics, hi Jacqueline. We have reached a very large, shall we say, being on it. That I did say would pretty much deserve his own show. Because the 15 minutes I had left would not have covered anywhere near the slightest information on this next demon. So, with that said, I'm going to start yawning as normal because I am terrible. Give me 2 seconds, guys, just so I remember where we are, because we know what I'm like. Yes, prep everything else apart from the system I have literally tagged. There we go. So the last one we did was person, as in P-U-R-S-O-N. For those of you who want to catch up on that, if you go back to last week's previous show. Was it last week's previous show?
It's been 2 weeks.
No, it's been 2 weeks, hasn't it, guys? I have completely forgotten. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So you're all eager, hopefully waiting for this one. So yes, we covered that. That was person was the 4th demonic we spoke about in the hierarchy of kings on the demon list of Solomon. Now for one of the main, should we say, big boys of the demon world. Yes, I use quotations for the word demon because let's face it, we all by now understand that the word demon is nothing more than a word. So, let us get into this.
So just replacing this demon with flower. The next little flower gets up.
I have oh, bless you, calling me Pinkish. I hope you're feeling better. Obviously, COVID's still floating around. People tend to forget this. Still a bit crap. So, as Lucius, the next delicate flower,
Let's say delicate flower.
is going to be Asmodee or Asmodeus. Or if you give me 2 seconds, the very long list of names. He has his own book dedicated to him, by the way, by a gentleman I know and speak to a lot. Wrote an entire book on him. Very good book. Very cheap as well, if anyone fancies it. £10.
Very cheap.
Yep. Buy cheap. Buy twice. So we have the names Asmodee, Asmodeus, Osmodee, Sinone, Ashmi. I swear my Arabic starts getting terrible. Ashmedii, Asham, Diava, and the list goes on. Luckily, there were just some of the small names that we pulled up on that book. Make it nice and easy. So let's start off with the normal Wikipedia quotations of what it is. Oh, hello, people. There's more people coming on. Hello, Kathy. Nice to see you. I have that book. Yes, I would not be surprised with you. Bonnie, hope you're feeling a bit better now. Nice to see you. And Christina, which I've just missed. Nice to join us all. And Hugh, I didn't see you slip in, but I've just caught you now. So hi Hugh. So Asmodeus, being his Greek name, is a prince of demons and hell. In Judeo-Islam law, he is the king of both demons and demons. Don't know why Wikipedia says that.
Demons and demons.
Yes, demons and demons. Literally. He is the king of both demons and demons.
Ah, demons.
Yeah. Which is
Demons.
Daemons and demons are literally just different spellings of a different word. I need to talk to the bloke who did this and go and slap it.
And Jim.
Yes. I was going to get onto that. Yet again, Lou jumps topics too fast.
Well, I'm so sorry.
Yes, so he is the prince of demons and demons. Asmodeus is mostly known for the. There you go. You can read that word.
I can't even see it. I'm too far away. I've got a puppy on me.
Read that one.
Sleeping puppy. Deuterocanonical.
Yeah. So if anyone heard that, the book of Tobit, because I'll read that one because it's more funny to make Lou read the harder ones.
Yeah, give me warning.
In which he is the prime adversary, so basically one of the prime demons, or the Aris, basically the Aris Grimoire. I'm not going to even try and pronounce French, which is one of the main grimoires that are used for demonics kingship lists. He is in there in the classifications of demon. As Asmodeus represents lust when it comes to the 7 sins. The demon is also mentioned in the Talmudic legends, for instance, in the construction of the Temple of Solomon. Basically, the Talmudic legends is literally the Testament of Solomon, which you can find on internet if you give it a Google. Interesting story. It tells you about the 72 demonics and how they ended up being there. Or to do with the construction. In Islam, he is identified as being the puppet master within the Quran, and again within the Quran, again appears in the dethroning of Solomon and reigning over his kingdom until he got his kingship back. Basically, until Solomon freed him. So that there is the basic Wikipedia description of. Scratch all that because it just doesn't make sense a lot. It gives you the basic understanding of how he is, but it really doesn't. Oh, Jacko. So, Asmodeus is one of the oldest demonics going. He has links right back to Samaria, and he appears in pretty much every culture going on the planet. His name doesn't really change much. His attributes don't really change much. Anyone that wants to see what he looks like, there is a drawing here. I'm going to try and spin this around and actually show on camera. Hey, kind of doesn't work. There he is when it kind of focuses. That is what it is said to look like. How do you spell the temple again? It is the Temple of Solomon, Von, and you are after what's known as the Testament of Solomon, or the story of the construction of the temple. If not, if you can't find it, let me know. I'll send you a link to it. I just need to put it back in because it will drain faster than my bank account after I've been paid. A few questions here. Jacko, is he a wolf dog? No, he is said to ride on the back of a dragon with the head of a cow, a man, and a goat. He's said to have the legs of a chicken or a duck, as Lou said yesterday.
Well, that's only from like what, the 15th century?
Yeah.
That's how he was described.
Double-headed, no, triple-headed, believe it or not. On the drawing, and as is wrote in the book, all four entities, so the dragon he rides, the bull's head, his face, and the goat's head are all supposed to speak solely separate from each other. So it's supposed to be four different entities. However, that only exists when that aspect. When you look beyond Christianity aspect of him, it all changes. So to show you how far he goes back, him and an angelic called Raphael, who is also mentioned absolutely bloody everywhere when it comes to different cultures, different belief systems. There are stories of them two fighting in Egypt over Luxor Temple. You can find that story quite easily, where Raphael was said to have imprisoned Asmodeus within the second obelisk. The dog's just farted and it absolutely stinks.
Oh, don't breathe, don't breathe.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. I know I'm doing a show, but it's just technical difficulties in a minute. Jesus Christ, dog.
Expel them demons.
Yeah, it's expelling something, demons. So, again, if we flick to another book as well, so going back to this one, where there is a description in here of him as well, we go for Asmodeus, Asmodean here. The demon of lust, the third of the 7 deadly sins, and of jealousy and anger, revenge, and the 32nd of the 72 spirits of Solomon. Asmodeus' chief objectives are to prevent intercourse between husband and wife, wreck new marriages, and force husbands to commit adultery. He is also one of the chief demons involved in the cases of possession. There are many, many cases of him being behind possessions, people claiming to be possessed by him. However, it is usually noted that the similarities between him and the demon that is supposed to be possessing them are completely backwards. The adultery thing, let's face it, in the 14th, 15th, 16th century, if you just claim that he was possessed by a demon and that's caused you to cheat, well, it was an easy cop out. Same as it was like calling people a witch. It was an easy cop out for bloody everything, wasn't it? And what we got there? Couldn't really see the drawing. My bad. It's not your fault, mate. I'm trying to shine it off a laptop on. Why am I just thinking lots of eyes? That's probably because you're thinking of angels there. Jacko, he's definitely taken hold of a lot of society as cheating seems normal these days. Yeah. Okay, do people actually get possessed by demons though? No. I'll cover that in a little while if you want, about possessions of demons, to make it easier. So yeah, he is also blah 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 blah. He has been regarded as one of the most evil of Satan's infernal demons. As we know on this channel, Satan doesn't exist. Hope you all kind of know that by now. I hope you do. So yes, we know that, but it doesn't work that way. Asmodeus has his roots in ancient Persia. His name is derived from the Ashima, which is one of his names. Extending back to Persia within the sort of classical era, I think we call it, where it's like Greece, Rome, all that sort of stuff. However, again, as shown, he stretched out into Greece. He also stretched out into the Romans. He was in Egypt at that time. This is a guy that extended, like I said, beyond all religions. He is noted in every single religion going. He is said to exist. Well, his home in the stars is said to be in the constellation of the Great Bear. So that'd be interesting. What's Jacko put? I'll catch you up, going for a run. Oh, catch you in a bit, Jacko. Have fun. Don't trip over, please. Asmodeus is taken into the presence of King Solomon by the prince of demons. Beelzebub is also sometimes crossed over with him. This is completely wrong. Beelzebub is only ever been crossed over once. But yeah, that to just that extent of just a simple, easy rundown of all the information that you can get hold of when it comes to him. So this is where it goes beyond the books and more into the cultology side. Asmodeus belongs to what's known as, in cultology, the peacekeepers. Now, him and Raphael, when it comes to the peacekeepers in cultology, are part of a different network of angelics and demons that are outside the basic understanding of we need to do this, we need to do that. They are said to keep an eerie peace between angelics and demonics. And when Judgment Day comes, they're supposed to lock into their final battle and decide basically death of everything and anything. He also is what's known as apocalyptic, which I will also cover soon. These are classifications of spiritual beings that are said to be able to bring about the end of humanity's reign on this world, not the end of their race, as most people think that demons and angels have the ability to wipe out humanity. Unfortunately, we're like cockroaches. Sorry guys, it takes a lot more to wipe us out. So, Asmodeus, again, obviously being part of the kingship, is quite higher up being. It's interesting to find how far he actually extends beyond them capabilities. When it comes to cultology, he is said to teach quite a few things as well. Supposed to be able to teach the art of negotiations along with other sort of things. I'm just going to catch up on comments here. Where are we? There we are. 3 people after you said saying don't exist, Ben. Well, yeah, people are going to disappear once I say it, because people don't want to hear the truth. That's why. It is not. To be fair, though, I think one of them was Jacko, and he was leaving anyway, so probably 2. But I don't really care if I ruffle feathers. People want to go check this out, they can actually go check this out. It just requires them to do a little bit of research, which a lot of people nowadays don't actually want to sit down and read evidence that lies in front of them. Ronnie, Is it not true that demons are not what the Bible says, but most people seem to still be referring to them as bad and evil? Yes. Everyone always refers to them as being evil. Same as they do with Asmodeus and Raphael. Raphael being angelic, Asmodeus being a demon. They're not supposed to sort of link up, but they do link up, and that's just the truth of it all. So demons are not evil or good, just the same as they. Yep. Obviously, clicking through. You said the word, yeah. Balance. They are literally balances of each other. I think you're right, Nico. That would have done it. Yep. Selfish. I've heard about many demons having chicken's feet. Why? There was a thing I read saying burn a black cat fetus or something cat and use ash for a circle around your bed and fall and or find chicken's feet. There's always been this thing about demons will either have chicken's feet or they will have goat's feet. It is a load of ramble. The problem is, why they always refer to demons of having goat feet is two different reasons. One, Beelzebub is half goat, half human, isn't it? Really? Well, not Beelzebub,
No.
Baphomet. My apologies. Baphomet is said to be half demon, half.
Because we talked about Beelzebub
Yeah.
about half an hour ago.
That's where the idea comes from for part of it. However, the original part goes right back to the beginning of Christianity, where they demonized one main pagan god that stretched across all pagan beliefs, and that is Pan. Pan, the goat. What did we say they were?
He's a fawn.
That's it. Basically, Pan is a fawn. Or fawn?
Fawn.
Is it spelled
The
fawn?
fur-
Was it a fur? Is it not a fawn?
No, not a spiky thing.
Who is a fawn. So these are a race of elementals that were pretty much half goat, half human. Narnia, for a better example. Mr. Thomas. I always remember. Is it Mr. Thomas? It is Mr. Thomas, yeah. I'm thinking of the it's juggler.
No,
That's Mr. Tumble,
oh my god.
Anyway, guys. So that's where the idea of demons always having these goat feet and chicken's feet all come from. It's just a load of rabble. Best way of describing it. Oh God, comments are flying if I confess. Hello, Irene. Nice to see you. I'm not at home right now, so I don't have my notes, but I read about an incident with nuns regarding Asmus Day, which that was 1577, a French church. The film The Nun is based on, and I mean loosely based on the incident of Asmodeus bringing forth a load of other people, including Valet, and taking over a monastery in France and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Imagine a drunken weekend, and then targeted by about 20, and you've got another case of Asmodeus there. Literally behind every single great demonic possession throughout the ages, Asmodeus is said to have been behind them all or made an appearance with them all. The guy literally gets around a hell of a lot. So that's that one. People saying, oh, there we go. Irene, people saying that they've got demons in the house. Out of the 7 houses that I've cleansed, I've only found one bad. But yeah, a lot of people scream demon all the time. In fact, I've just been watching a show where they scream demon and I just want to punch the bloke. Have you heard of Abraxas? Abraxas is it's ringing bells, but my brain's not working. Let me have a look because my brain always needs a little of firing up.
It's a large sentence.
Abraxas, yeah. Just want to say, yeah. Abraxas is a different kind of entity, one of the Egyptian gods, and a demon in that. Yeah. I'll cover Abraxas for you at some point if you want. There we go. It's through a pot. It's a demon, more like it's bored. Yep. Oh, Paul. Hello, Paul. Nice to see you in there. Comments. How about you looking after yourself? Problem is, us mere humans cannot comprehend the realm of existence beyond our senses, or simply just can't believe. Yeah, best way of putting it, basically. And I've caught up with the comments, guys, at last. Yeah, a lot of people can't get beyond that, especially when it comes to Asmodeus. Christian faith, Catholic faith, Judaism, Islam cannot get past that point. And the reason here, going back to a previous comment, someone splurted out really loud, because I'm actually going to get round to commenting now. Asmodeus, when he extends into the Quran and the Islamic faith, he is one of the jinn, being one of the highest ranking jinn and the jinn going. This is in accordance, obviously, with their own beings. So this, again, is a clear and best example of how he portrays into different beliefs and into different religious sects. He seems to appear in every different way, in this sort of way, where he is known in other religions, but also known to be in league, should we say, with the demons of a different faith. Always seems to appear as a demon in different faiths, apart from Sumerian and the Arcanian Babylonian beliefs, where he is seen as a god and exists as a god. But again, years and years and years of different cultures, different faces, switching back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. A lot of it gets lost. I think humans are worse than demons sometimes. Yes, I will agree with that massively. People tend to think demons won't kill you. People will. Selfish, yeah. I'd love to hear about that. You think of Abraxas also maybe a page or something of your grimoires. A lot of my grimoire I won't put on Facebook due to the fact of what's contained within the pages. Anyone that's met me will understand why I have to be careful with that. I am, like I say, once I figure it out, I'm going to make a private room, and we'll set up a lesson with people that have been coming constantly to the shows, just so I know. It's for you guys that are asking questions constantly. We'll sit down. I will get you all to come and have a chat. Those of you on YouTube, I'll try and sort some out for you guys. And we'll go through my grimoire a bit. There's certain pages I won't show you, but there's certain pages I will. And we'll go through there. Are you going to talk about Adros at some point? I don't know anything about him, but that owl head caught me. Yep. Again, further down the chain of the demonics. Don't worry, we're going to go through more and more. He is on there, so we will cover him. Do not worry and do not fret. I will make sure that you're aware. Nico, I'll make sure that I pretty much give you a shout out when we're about to do that. How much of being demonized by the late faiths is because he stood for something they did not want in their faiths and wanted to cast into a bad light. If we don't acknowledge this in a positive light, it will put, yeah, basically. Oh, Riley, I hope your leg's better. The thing with us is he can literally destroy most of the Abrahamic beliefs by just his pure existence within their belief system, because he extends beyond. and exists in religions beyond the early days of Christianity, like into Zoroastrianism, beyond Zoroastrianism. It basically puts Christianity within questionable lines, shall we say. Irene, in Shindu religion, we don't say demons, but sad, dark hearts, because people can be sad, unhappy. It's supposed to be a pagan religion, but it goes nothing to do with religion. Pagan is, the word pagan is just basically an extension that covers every religion bar the Abrahamics. Hinduism, for example, can be classed as a pagan religion because pagan basically means multi-tiered pantheonic of gods. It's just Western society, we get that used to seeing pagans as the Christianity used pagan as a word for heathens, and so we just assume pagan is this. This is why I tend to pick a bit on neo-pagans and Wiccans, because they think they're old and they're not. No offense to any Wiccans out there, you follow your face, but I know when you started. Same as I say. Sorry, I say that a lot to Jehovah's Witnesses. When they knock on the door, I tell them a brief liquid down version of when their religion started, how it started, and they don't really like it. And then as they walk away, I start sort of being a nice, gentle person and saying nice profanities once they realise that they're beaten. So yeah. So cracking on again with Az, he does appear in Native American beliefs, believe it or not, along with Peruvian, Aztecs and Mayans. He also is mentioned there, which is really, really interesting. You're sort of looking at me going like that. Is it sleep, you pup?
I thought very sleep pup on me.
Pup has gone to sleep.
Pup's making me want to go to sleep.
Wakey!
Don't disturb her.
She's not going to sleep yet. So yeah, that is basically that one for you guys. This is why I said with Az, I wanted to do an actual pretty much full show, because we're half an hour in and this literally just been pure on about Az. I could go on for ages, but guys, honestly, would be here for eternity, and we've got a lot more to go through. So we're going to move on to the next of the kingships, which is Vine. So I completely lost. This is what I was after. Sorry, guys. Asmodeus, within the 72 ranking, appears as a king. Asmodeus, where he is said to have a seal of gold and is listed as number 32 according to the rank. He is strong and powerful and appears with 3 heads. The first is like a bull, the second is like a man, the third is like a rabbit. The tail of a serpent from his mouth.
You say rabbit?
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be a rabbit?
No, it's ram. I said rabbit for some reason.
It's terrifying.
The tail of a serpent, and from his mouth issues flames of fire. He sits upon an infernal dragon, holding a lance with a banner amongst the legions of Amos Day. Sorry, someone's just messaged a page, and I really hate it when people message a page when I'm talking. Governs 72 legions of infernal spirits. So there you go. That is as wrapped up into a bundle. So beyond him, we have Vine. Now, Vine, when I've just lost my page because I'm an idiot. There we go. Vine is king and account, depending on how you read and what you read. He's also known as Vine, which is V-I-N-E, with one of them little squiggly things on top. Must be the Monty Python rabbit. I know. I slipped up there. Yeah, Vinay or Vinia, which I'm pretty sure is flooring.
Vinyl.
Wow, Vinia, Vinano.
Vinyl.
Potato. Vine is an earl and also king of hell, commanding 36 legions of demons. He can tell present, past, and future, discover witches and hidden things, create storms, and makes the water rough by means of them. And also brings down walls and building towers. This demon is portrayed as a lion holding a snake in his hand, riding a black horse. The etymology of his name seems to be Latin. The word vine, that is also the name given to an ancient war machine made out of wood covered with leather and branches used to overthrow walls. So yeah, don't sound Latin ever used because people don't like Latin. Let's face it. Just catch up with the comments. Victory Street a mile away. Yep. Keeps on toes. I know. I'm sorry, guys. My head kind of went at that point. So Vine, again, one of the demons that is said to be able to tell you about past, present, and future. The thing is, a lot of people think that this gives them the ability to see the future. It doesn't. It gives them the ability to understand what could possibly happen. Not a definitive yes or no. I really wish I'd got a drink before I sat down because my throat is dry and Lou can't move because she's got a dead pup. She is very. I know you guys like to see the pup. She is there. She's out cold. And that's pretty much it. This is why it's quiet. She is being on knocked out.
Just take a break for 30 seconds and then eat something.
No, it's alright. What did the demon you summoned teach you? Just curious. I've managed to learn a lot through books and that lot. When it comes to summoning demons, I play them very close to my chest, kind of thing. I will always say this: if you're going to try and do some of this, be very, very, very careful. There's a reason certain things exist. It's pretty much all I will say on that matter. And also remember, if you're going to try and command them and do what you see in films, brace yourself for the storm that comes after. So yeah, that's fine basically. Vine, although it says discover of witches, he / she, depending on how it appears, is basically one of the main gods of witches. I know people say that witches don't have gods and they follow a different thing, but the ancient witches always had a spirit that they would talk to.
Do I remember you saying at some point, I was watching something and you said that she is a very like feline thing. She likes cats a lot, or there's something to do with cats.
Yeah.
Obviously that would fit in with like the whole thing of like witches and the cats.
Yeah. There is quite a few of the demons that appear like that. Vine is known as, trying to find it now, see if I can find it. Different book, different things. She is, known as like one of the main keepers of familiars when it comes to witches. That kind of makes sense. What's funny, but I personally would never summon one without a pen. No, it's an interesting thing. How do you feel about other YouTubers who try to summon demons and are quick to label anything paranormal as a demon? It really does tick a few boxes with me. It does wind me up. The people that summon demons, they don't summon them. They don't know. There's a certain category of lists that you need. So, certain time of days, stuff like that. It's not just like you see in films where it's, oh yes, we'll summon this, this, and this. There's
With
a
the
break.
printout of the seal.
Yeah, with a printout seal. You can't do it at certain times. There's an hour system clock. We've got one for the angelics. I'll show you next week of when certain things are aligned to certain angelics. You can call upon certain angelics. That was weird.
Okay.
Might not carry on that. I think we'll stop there because if everyone just witnessed that, the feed just cut.
Yeah, it just happened. It's just that I've got to do that.
Yep. So I will stop what I'm all about to say because I think that might be a little bit of a warning. So yeah, we'll move on to a different subject.
Yeah, we'll put comments first.
Yeah. Yeah. If anyone wants any paranormal activity, there's a pretty good show.
Yeah, but you didn't have to react. You didn't start screaming, go.
Yeah, sorry guys, I've got to overreact and I scream, all that demonic activity and that lot. Woodvine, Kathy asking, would Vine be a good one to learn with them? Start off, yes. Obviously, with Jade being the way she is with what she does, probably a good way to start off. Loads of people, yeah, saying if you can deal with demon, get me to do it. Yeah, it's complicated, but I'm trying to skirt around what I was going to say because obviously seemed to be a little bit of a warning there. So we'll move on.
Prefer a demon than an angry spirit, to be fair.
Yeah, the demon, you know where you stand with. An angry spirit, you don't know where you
They're
stand
just
with.
being nasty abilities.
Yeah. Demon, most of the time, you can actually sit down and have a meaningful conversation with. An angry spirit claiming to be a demon,
You got no chance.
lash at you and everything. Although I do not suggest going out seeking to have a conversation with anything that you class as demonic.
Because anything that anyone will say, like on YouTube and on other lives, they'll say, "Oh, it's a demon, it's a demon." So it's like to be a
Spirit intended to be a demon or a mimic.
or a feral.
Yeah.
And they'll just like be like not understanding it and just like get away.
Yeah. Try and have a conversation with feral, or you'll get it screaming, and then eventually it'll just attack you.
And stay out of confusion.
Yeah. Mostly out of confusion, or in my case, just wanting me to shut up. So next one after Vine is Balam. Balam.
Really?
It had to be done. Balam, also Balam or Balan.
Oh, yeah, I can't see.
Yeah, you check. Sorry, guys. I can't pull the bloody power cable from my laptop, and I've just pulled the camera off and everything. Oh God, now what's happening?
There's lots of things happening.
Yeah, there we go. All right, we're back. Yeah, Lou just had to make sure I was saying it right, because obviously
Why could you being daft?
my accent doesn't actually speak.
Because you're being daft.
I'm always being
So I had to check that you're actually being correct.
Funny, even angry spirits, though, why do people try and mock them? Because people are stupid, basically. I'm just going to say it as it is. People are stupid, will always be stupid. If you wind something up on purpose, you get what's coming to you. So Balaam is a great and powerful king of hell who commands over 40 legions. He gives perfect answers on things past, present, and coming, and can also make men invisible and witty. Doesn't quite work with the witty bit, because if not, I'd be witty, and it doesn't work. Balaam is depicted as being three-headed. Don't know why all the kings are always shown as being three-headed. I generally don't know. I think it's generally because someone somewhere at this point of whoever wrote the 72 Solomons realized that everything works in threes and you need one head for the past, one head for the future, and one head for the present. One head is the head of a bull, the second of a man, third of a ram. He has flaming eyes and a tail of a serpent. He carries a hawk in his fist and rides a black bear. At other times, he is represented as a naked man riding a bear. I'm pretty sure friends in America that there. I'm pretty sure that's probably most people in Florida. And you know I'm right. Let's face it, out of the entire country, one state is to blame for everything. It always happens in Florida. His name seems to have been taken from Balaam, the biblical magician, which doesn't really make much sense. I think a lot of these need updated massively. Good evening, everyone. Just found you. Who we got? Bev, nice of you to join us. Just found us. Yeah, well, you're more than welcome in. This is the Madhouse. We're just covering 72 demons of Solomon at the minute. Slowly working our way through them.
Not all in one night.
Not all in one night, no, because we've just spent half of the night just talking about one. Now we're sort of going through the others. So, I've clicked the wrong bloody button again. I know, we know I'm terrible with technology. Balaam, again, being able to see past, present, and future. Again, take that with a pinch of salt, especially when it comes to studying. If everyone wants to go more into singular study on these, you can do. If you ever need any help with it, let me know. But obviously, I'm just reading here off basic terminology that's on the Wikipedia, which has literally come straight out of the Testament of Solomon and other books. It's easier just to read it straight off Wikipedia. So then if you guys need to find it, you can find it on there. And then if you need help with it, get in touch with me and I can provide more of the information that exists within different books that you won't find on the internet. And I can just take photographs of the books and send them beyond. Oh dear. Sorry, guys. So that is Balaam. Now we're on to King. He's a king, but also holds presidential, which is Zakan. Zakan. He's a king and a president of hell. He holds the title of kingship, but within the Solomon 2 and Dante's Inferno, he is a president of hell. Commander over 33 legions, he makes men witty. He can also turn wine into water, water into wine, and blood into wine. It sounds like someone else within the Christian faith. I'm going to leave that there. He's also been known to turn blood into oil, oil into blood, and a fool into a wise man. It'd be nice if he can make an appearance in the Houses of Commons and the Houses of Parliament. Unfortunately, we don't get that lot. Others of his power is that makes no sense. Other of his powers. Someone really needs to go back and rewrite this. Is that turning metals into coins that are made with the metal? E.g., gold into gold coins, copper into copper coins. So, Zakan is depicted as a giraffe-winged bull. Oh, sorry, griffin-winged bull. And misread that one there. That turns into a man after a while. Again, this one is a bit strange if you're reading through. This is why we always say on this show, if you want to read demonology, great handy book to have. It's not exactly cheap, but it's handy to have. There's more sense in this book than there is on here.
It's expensive book in your library, is it?
No, it's not the most expensive book in the library. The Age of Demons and Spirits. I don't know. I don't know actually. Might have to work that out. Which one is the most expensive book I currently own in my library?
Which one that we're not going to be burning to keep warm this winter?
Yeah. Going on to the last one here. The Eleth, but I'm going to leave Bielith because that is another one that has a very large description, and only having 10 minutes left
Right.
would only having 9 minutes left. I don't want to waste 9 minutes on trying to ram as much information on him because he is another what's known as a pinnacle demonic. So,
It's the fish tank.
oh, it's fish
There's
stones.
no, there's when the stones get caught in the bubbly thing.
Ah. Yeah. So it's completely thrown me off subject thinking of the fish. So yeah, that's all that one for tonight, guys. Any questions? We've got like 8 minutes left now. Counting down because Lou's busy doing it. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to fire them up in the next couple of minutes. Again, when it comes to next week, I'll do BLS purely because there is a lot of information to go with her / him because he's been known to appear as a him or a her. But we leave that one there. So, I think, do you have divination this week?
Yeah.
You doing it? What are you doing it on?
I might do it on one of my new ones that I bought. Right, the shell one.
Yep.
I can't remember what it's called now.
Farm?
No.
Not bone casting because you got the other one for that.
Yeah, I've got a because I said that. I was going to do the shell one this week.
Yeah.
I can't remember. We entered a C. I can't remember.
Lou's going to be doing her divination Thursday on shells and how to listen to the sea. No, she is going to be doing divination on shell reading, which is more of a coastal folk divination. It exists surprisingly a lot of places in the world, more than you think. I do believe Hawaii do still have some people that use that in the future. But yes, so let me just jump on the comments because I saw a question. There's one from I've got Vonnie. I've got a question. Please, can you send me a link to a couple of conspiracy sites, please? Conspiracy sites. I will get Damien to jump on them for you because he's brilliant with the conspiracy. I can merely just tell you a load of conspiracies. I don't know a site where you can go out and read a load. It'll be easy for that way, Vonnie. So I'll get him to do that. The next couple of days, I'll send you that over. Do you have to wait for your shell one?
Cowrie shell. That's one.
Cowrie shell.
Yeah.
Cowrie shell. So Thursdays is a cowrie shell divination. Okay, thank you so much, Ben, for the interesting talk. I don't know any of this at all, nor new to me. It's all right. Again, Natasha, thank you very much. Random trivia. What's your favorite chocolate bar? I think it says a lot about a person. I'd have to. I don't know. I always go with Kit Kat Chunky. What about you?
It's either a galaxy or a bit of fruit nut.
It's a galaxy for Lou or fruit and nut because let's face it, Lou likes the nutty people. So go back beyond there. Money, yes, please, on the shelves. Same here. Intelligent. Thank you, guys. Selfish. What's your favorite subject to talk about when it comes to occultology? More the quantum mechanics that are starting to come into occultology. The scientific side of it, because I just find it all fascinating that the electrical field is now being described by means of science. A lot of people don't like science and occultology mixing, but occultology science and normal science have been mixing for years. Hugh, thank you, Benaloo. Yeah, it's all right. Ashley, what are some other books you would recommend? Depending on what subjects you want. This one, best one to get started on. Demons, Demonology. Purely because there's cases in here as well, case files from 16th, 17th, 15th, 14th century. Brilliant book to get started on. Gives you all the relative basic information, and from there you can branch off to whatever you want, studying the different religions, sort of like Zoroastrianism, for example, which is the basis of Christianity, and then you can mark your way back. There are also different entities in there from different areas of the world. So it all depends on what you are wanting to get started on. If you have any problems, feel free to message the group, message myself, either. If you message the group directly, someone will get back to you quite soon. If you message me, you may be waiting a little bit longer due to the fact of work. So everyone's saying thank you. Okay. Here's one for you, Kate. Vonnie asking, what does it tell you about a person if they don't like chocolate? What do you do when you drop your phone? Oh, I've turned it completely upside down. There we go, guys. We'll just hold on to it for the last couple of minutes. But yeah, Bev, good night. Thank you. No, nice to have you along, Bev. Yeah, ouch. Yeah, it was a bit of an ouch. Sort of jumped out of my hand. So on that one, guys, unless anyone has any other questions to ask, we will call it quits there for the night. Now we'll go and get a drink. And yeah, for those of you again, guys, I guess it means that you need as the I'm not a big chocolate person. Well, just to show you the pop-up is here. Fast asleep, whichever one would like to do. I know we show off the pop-up a lot on here, guys. She is my little dog, and everyone likes to look at puppies. I haven't covered what that's later. That's fine, Jen. On that note, guys, we will see you next Friday, where we will be having guests on. We've got Craig and Gemma from Stoke-on-Trent Museum. They'll be coming on to discuss how the museum's taken off and a few other things that have happened. And that will be it. So, guys, don't forget Lou's show Thursday.
I need to not forget about it. I need to not forget about it as well.
Yeah, she needs to remind as well. So, from me, I will see you Friday, guys. Be safe. Don't do anything stupid throughout the week. And if you do, make sure you record it, and I will judge your videos. Good night, guys.